Hi, I'm David,
And I'm Gail.
and we're in the rotunda of the Union Station in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
And it's December 18th. We're in the midst of the holidays and we're off on a holiday trip.
Yes, that's right. We're just about to get on board the Via Rail's Canadian, which will take us from Winnipeg to Vancouver, where we're going to be spending over Christmas time with family.
And, Winnipeg is about the halfway mark of the route of the Canadian. It starts in Toronto and it ends in Vancouver when we get off.
For sure. And as we said, this is the start of a great adventure, and it's not going to stop in Vancouver, actually. We're going to spend, as I mentioned, Christmas time in Vancouver, but after that, we're going to be heading off on pretty much a grand round North America tour.
Right, so from Vancouver, we will be going to Seattle and spending a day or so there.
And then we're off after that to Los Angeles, spending about 5 days there.
Yes, and that's kind of exciting because it's going to be a bit of a work holiday for me, researching my favorite architect, John D. Atchison, of originally Chicago, Winnipeg, and ultimately Pasadena.
But we shouldn't give away too much, right?
No, you have to wait for the book.
But then we're off to San Francisco after that, again by train. We spend a couple of days there.
Yes, now San Francisco is the start of the longest Amtrak trip to date, and it goes to Chicago.
Yes, and so we'll spend more time in Chicago so that Gail can do more work on her Atchison project.
Yes.
And then after that, we're actually going to be taking a train from there to Washington, D.C.
We've never been there before, and it just seemed so close.
Yeah, so we're going to spend about 3 days there just sightseeing.
And once you're in D.C., why not go to New York City?
Yeah, so we're heading off to New York City, just passing through really. We're just going to spend a day there, and then after that, we hop back on the train to Toronto.
Now, the train has to stop at the U.S.-Canadian border at Niagara Falls on the American side so we can go through customs, and then we hop onto a Canadian train back onto Via Rail to Toronto.
And then once we get in Toronto, we spend a day there, and after that we hop back on the Canadian. As Gail mentioned, the Toronto is where the Canadian starts actually, so we're going to hop on the Canadian again and head back to Winnipeg.
So we'll have done the full Canadian route, but quite a big American route as well.
Exactly, yeah. We'll basically have circled around all of North America. So it's going to be quite an adventure to us. We've taken this particular train several times now, quite a few times actually.
Yes. And we do enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's lovely to leave from this station. This is a historic station from about 1912, designed by Warren and Wetmore, who were the architects of the Grand Central Station in New York City, which we'll be seeing soon.
And we're going to be seeing quite a few more Union stations in the various cities that we go to.
LA, Chicago, Seattle has one too, doesn't it?
Yeah. And Washington, D.C. as well. So that's going to be interesting, and it's also going to be interesting because we have never taken an Amtrak train, so we're going to be taking quite a few. And basically what's going to happen is as we take the trains, you're going to take the trains with us and just find out what we uncover about them, and maybe inspire you to take a similar kind of adventure across Canada on the Canadian and across the United States on the Amtrak trains. Mm-hmm. So with that, I think we're going to just pause for the moment. We're going to get ready to go onto the train. And
they're going to be calling all aboard.
For sure, yeah. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, for the briefing. Thank you. We can make that work over here. It's nice and warm.
Okay, there we are. Looks like our beds are already made, eh?
That's nice.
Excellent. We're here. Welcome on board. Okay.
11 o'clock in the morning after we left Winnipeg's Union Station, and it's about -5 Celsius, -10 with a wind chill. We are on a break right now to allow people to get on and off. Some people, this is their destination, Saskatoon. For others, it might be their start. And for the rest of us, it's a rest break of about 45 minutes. I don't know if you get a sense of it, but we are not in downtown Saskatoon, but really in a fringe area of the city. There are a few dogs on this train trip, and here we have another. I think we've got about 4, 5 of them. I think we're seeing somebody playing with hula hoops.
Yes, I think so.
This is the wonders of travel.
Yeah. And then just at the very end here is the park car, which is probably the loveliest car of them all. Again, you can see it has a dome car associated with it. And in the back, in the rounded area, it has a lounge area. So you can see that. Very nice. There's a very complete bar as well here. Very nice nice place to while away your days while you're on the train. I think that'll be the end of our trip, and we'll get back on the train now and head off to, well, I think we get as far as Edmonton. We'll be going to sleep sometime after that and waking up the next morning in Jasper very early.
And that is always a highlight.
It is, yes,
Yes.
for sure.
So you'll explore it with us.
Yeah, okay, until then, this is Gail and David signing off.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And we're in Edmonton, or at the edge of Edmonton anyways.
Sure, if you swing around, you can actually see the skyline, just
There
to
it is.
prove that we are indeed in Edmonton. It's 9:45, and this is our first full day on the Canadian. So we were in Saskatoon at 9 o'clock this morning, and 12 hours or so later, we are in Edmonton.
Yeah.
We had a lovely supper.
Yes.
David, what did you have?
I had a prime rib of beef, which was really quite good actually. It was with lots of nice horseradish, a good squash soup, and then for dessert a very rich piece of chocolate cake. And Gail?
I had the same soup as David, and I had sole with a blend of white and wild rice.
Yeah.
And a broccoli mix with carrots for the veggie.
Yeah.
And then my dessert was a strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, yeah.
The train did include beer tasting
Yeah.
with accompanying canapes that were quite exotic
Kind of fun, yeah.
and
yeah.
fun.
Anyways, I think that's going to be it. I think we'll just call it a night. We're just going to go back inside, watch another film for a little bit, and then head off to bed.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say goodnight then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hi there, I'm David,
And I'm Gail.
and we're here in beautiful Jasper, Alberta. We arrived actually about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
didn't we?
and
Yes.
it's 5 to 9 now.
Yeah.
We came in 2 hours late, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because it's lovely to walk around the town site of Jasper, even in the pitch black of December.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we checked last night. We set our alarm to get up at 6 o'clock because we were supposed to arrive at 6:30 in the morning, which is pretty early. And anyways, at 6 o'clock it turned out that the train was running a little bit on the late side. So what we did is we just turned the alarm back on to 8 o'clock. And by the time we got up, we realized that we were actually in Jasper. So we quickly got dressed so we can go out and do some walking and just visit the town a bit. and it is actually quite a beautiful day to visit the town.
Just -1, and so it is a great walking time. We didn't have enough time to have a latte and some goodie because they have beautiful bake shops here. But we will be boarding at 9 o'clock and we'll be able to have brunch. So this is how we start our second full day on the train to Vancouver. We went to bed in Edmonton, and somehow overnight we went into the mountains.
That's right. So I think that's it. I think we're just going to get back to the train station. They're going to be boarding shortly, so we don't want to miss that, of course. And we'll see you soon. Okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And we're just going to take you a little tour of our bedroom on the Canadian.
This is a Suite C in
The car 110.
110, that's
Yeah,
correct,
for
yes.
sure.
So, as we like to say, welcome aboard. So come on, let's see. Just to show you a little bit of what the width of the hallways are. And now we will enter Suite C.
There we go.
Okay, so the room right now is in its daytime mode. We have two very comfortable seats. Remember, this train was built in 1954. This is 1954 rolling stock. So it really has the heft and, sort of the look of the early 1950s. At nighttime, our porter will turn these into kind of a bed bunk situation with a Murphy bed type of a thing.
Yeah. So in these two chairs right here that are in the daytime, they actually get folded down and just go underneath the bottom bunk, and that will be Gail's bunk. And then the top bunk drops down right here, and that becomes my bunk. It's actually quite comfortable, actually.
It is.
There. Yeah.
Now, we will be seeing a counterpart in the Amtrak trains where an individual actually does their own remanipulations.
Yeah.
But here it's the porter because it does involve the key. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me show you what we have. We've got a very nice picture window, and if we don't like the sun or at nighttime, privacy, we can do that.
Yeah.
This is what is called a bedroom.
Yeah.
And it has a private bathroom. So I'm just going to open the door, and David can show you our little affair here.
It's a basic kind of thing. Just the washroom and usual thing.
Now there is a sink right next to it. Quite diminutive. It's clever because you can use it as a surface and pull this back. Space, of course, is of a premium. So I think all water here is potable, but this is filtered water here. And then just your other potable water.
And I should mention that the soap and the body wash and what have you that you see here, even the earplugs, come with the rooms. That's quite nice to have as well.
We also each have a separate Via Rail bag, very attractive bag, which has 2 towels.
Yeah, as well as shampoo and soap when you go to the shower. There's no shower in the room, but you do have your towels and your shampoo and what have you when you go just down the aisle here, just about a few feet really from our room.
You have your plugs for your electronics and various combinations of lighting fixtures. So you can have a ceiling light, you can have a mirror light, and you can have an annex light.
Which is upstairs someplace or other.
And you can do any combination of those.
Yeah.
So behind David,
okay, I'm going to switch around here.
we have the door that we entered into the suite. It has a mirror.
There we go.
And to its right, it's albeit tight, but still good. You have a space for hanging up your outerwear, or I guess any clothes that you want. Above it, there's even a safe for all of your jewels.
Yeah.
You can see ours is empty. Somebody stole our jewels.
And wait, right above that is this little control right here is to open and close the ventilation, which is up there. You can hear it's going right now. And we also have control of the fan right here if we want. I have the ventilation going actually. Makes it more comfortable during the night while you're
There
sleeping.
is though a fan sound.
Yeah.
I think that Kleenex, and we do have a waste paper basket that's in the little hanging area
Back
for the
there,
clothes.
for sure.
There are hooks from place to place. So here I've got my toiletries on a hook. There's another one here.
Yeah.
Ledge to put things. These are our own wine glasses. They are not Via Rails.
Yeah.
There is also storage space above the mirror and toilet area.
And at night you can store bags underneath the to a limited extent underneath the lower bunk. So that's pretty much it. I think we've got a.
I think
we
that's
got
it.
a
There's the
complete
green
tour.
hammer.
Oh yes, the green
This-
hammer. Yes.
This is the event of an emergency. You are to take the green hammer out, hammer at a corner, take a towel, and just swoop out. As long as there isn't a ledge, they told us. You could be on a trestle bridge, right?
Yes, for sure. So anyways, we're hoping none of that happens, and that we'll just enjoy a nice, peaceful trip to Vancouver.
Right, so maybe at another time we'll see another part of the train.
Yeah. Okay, toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Just down the hallway from our room is the shower room. You can see it's got a very nice dressing area as well as a very ample shower stall with hot water. Now we're entering the dining car. You'll be having all of your meals here. There is no room service in your cabin. You have to eat here. You can see all the tables are set up for 4 people, which means as a couple, you'll be sitting with another couple or 2 other individuals. You get a very nice setup here: linen tablecloths and cloth napkins, silverware, china, the whole works. It's very much like a fine dining experience. And we're just winding our way back into the full kitchen at the very back here, and you can see now why the meals are in the train are so spectacular. We're in the very lovely park car at the end of the train. You can see there's coffee and tea available at all times off to the right there. We're heading up into the dome car area, and you can see there's plenty of seats up here. The front ones are usually reserved for prestige cabin people. However, you can wander up and take pictures out through the front of the dome car. You can often get some really good photographs out here. And we're here at the Kamloops North train station, which is a very unassuming train station that's just outside of the actual city of Kamloops.
Yes, today is day 2 of our particular trek from Winnipeg to Vancouver. And it's 5:30 in the evening, 3 degrees, and this is a station break.
Yes. So we just taken a step out. We've had a pretty good day, I think, haven't we?
We have. It's been kind of a gloomy but very melancholy and interesting day in the dome car, going through the Rockies with a gray sky, bright white snow, and mist coming up from the snow flats and from the lakes.
Yeah, and every now and then the sun would peek through and just sort of glimmer against some of the mountaintops. So it was pretty atmospheric, and everybody's going a lot of oohs and ahs anyways.
Yeah, a lot of socializing with our fellow passengers.
Yeah.
And as well, we had a lot of goodies gratis from Via Rail.
That's right. We had in the mid-afternoon, we had a sparkling wine and some canapes served up in the dome car.
And then at lunchtime, we were given complimentary orange
Mimosas.
juice with champagne. We're looking forward to our meal tonight. Usually the meal on day 2 is the finest of the meals, and they are always very good.
And we're sort of looking forward to that right now. We're just going to hop on.
We should say bye-bye because
Yes.
we're the last ones on the platform, and we don't want to be locked out.
That's right, for sure. Okay, we shall see you soon.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Gail.
And we're here at the Pacific Central Station in downtown Vancouver.
It's Thursday morning, the 21st of December. So we left Winnipeg on the evening of the 18th, and now at almost 8 o'clock on the 21st.
In the end, we did arrive on time, and we're pretty happy about that.
We are, and yet they still provided everybody who wanted to have it a full breakfast. So it began at 6:30. We were down at 6:30. They kind of warned us, come early because there's going to be everybody wanting to have their breakfast. And a full breakfast. David had a continental breakfast, very fitting on a train. I had the pecan banana pancakes with real maple syrup from Canada. So, I mean, they really do a good job.
Okay, and now, so we've arrived. This is the end of the beginning of our very long trek. We will be staying in Vancouver, in North Vancouver, actually, until January 2nd. So there'll be a slight pause, but we'll probably get some videos up about some of the hikes we've done in North Vancouver, which are lovely, lovely hikes.
Beautiful.
So
we're looking forward
we'll
to
get
it.
that done, and then we'll proceed with our journey, which is going to take us down by Amtrak down through the States, and we'll pick up our story at that point.
Sure. So happy holidays and a happy 2024.
We'll
Bye-bye.
see you then. Bye-bye.